Hello friends, welcome back. It has been a minute. I got a real person full-time 5 days a week job, so that has been taking up a huge chunk of my time. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's nice working for somewhere that isn't just like a corporation, and my main goal isn't to just like make money for someone. I'm working for our government here, and it's been really interesting. It's definitely a different side of things, and I'm excited to see where this job goes. I think there's a lot of interesting things I can go and do there. Currently, it's just me sort of figuring out like what's happening and what's going on. Other than that, I haven't really been doing a lot, hence the lack of videos. I think there's only so much content of me sitting in silence in my home and reading that you would be interested in. I wanted to, put up a short video, sort of chit chat and talk about life. So it is March now. I'm pretty sure my last video was like at the beginning of February. So I started this job. There's this weird, I don't know if you can hear that, if the mic's picking it up. There is this like very high-pitched noise that happens occasionally in our house, and I don't know what it is. It's not the fireplace. It stopped. I have no idea what that is. Just, keeping it real in these edits. But yeah, just started that job a couple of weeks ago and have just been getting back into the swing of things. I always sort of told myself that I wasn't going to get another office job, but I have bills to pay and I like to go and travel and do things. And well, working in a coffee shop a couple of days a week was very nice for my mental health. It wasn't great for my finances, and here we are. So I decided not to work for the private sector anymore. In my own way, I'm still working through like internalized capitalism. I did put up a blog post on Saturday. I don't know what day I'm putting this up, probably Monday, we'll see. So it came out a couple of days ago, go check it out on the blog. It's about not having a dream job. And that's kind of something that I wanted to talk about here with you today. Yeah, I have a job. Everybody has to work. That's the nature of the world that we live in. We have to work to survive. And I think it's kind of interesting, the emphasis that's placed on finding your dream job, on, defining yourself through what you do professionally. And there's lots of people that are happy doing that, and that's amazing. But I think that the reality is, for a lot of people, they just have a job. And they go there because they need to feed themselves and their families and put a roof over their head and occasionally buy shit that makes them happy. And I just want to make that normal. I think that, there's lots of interesting conversations I see with other content creators talking about this where they don't dream of labor. I don't dream of labor. My favorite thing to do isn't get up at 5 a.m., put on a full face of makeup, and work on spreadsheets. That's not what I dream about. But I think that if you can understand that the importance of your life isn't based on what you do, 30, 40 hours a week, and you can define yourself by your hobbies or by your friendships or by your family or by reading smutty fairy porn. Heyo. You can be as happy as you possibly can be given the conditions and the world events that are going on. And I think that we need to normalize that. We need to normalize not being the first thing you ask someone. Hey, what do you do? Stop answering that with your job. Start answering it with your favorite hobby. Hey, what do you do? I love hiking. Try it. Just watch people's souls leave their bodies. I recommend it. Something that I'm definitely going to talk about in another video is this idea of like the commodification of our dreams. What you want out of life is something you really need to examine. You need to look at what you value and what you want your experience on this planet to be. I don't think that inherently we all strive to have a bunch of letters after our name and a really big house full of stuff. I don't think that for most people, if they examined their values, that would be what they desire. If you do, there's nothing wrong with that. Love that. Own it. Go for it. But make sure that's what you really want. Make sure that what you contribute your time to feeds your soul, because I think that that's so important. And I see so many people out in the world, people that I know, people that I don't know, that spend their days in an absolutely miserable way because they're supposed to. Stop doing the shit you're supposed to. Do the shit you love. And I think ultimately, when you can recognize that, then you can be in a place to help other people do the shit they love. You can be kinder. You can be more present. You can have more compassion. And if anything about what's going on in the world right now, where you live, across the planet, we need more compassion. We need to reach out to one another and understand that we all have different experiences, different goals, and that those differences will make the world better. And we need to stop fighting one another on the internet. We need to stop fighting one another over borders and things that ultimately are not part of the human experience. I debated on making this video or talking about world events. I think we all know what is going on. I can't speak to it in a way that is going to be intelligent or coherent, so I'm just here to express my opinion. And this video might be just kind of a long rant, but this is my channel and I will post what I want to, so yeah. I know that a lot of people are struggling right now. I know that things are scary and weird, and we're probably going into World War III, which was not definitely what I expected after living through like a global recession and then a global pandemic. It just wasn't what I saw coming next. So I think people need to spend more time doing things that make them happy, because I think that if you can be more content, then you can be more compassionate, and you can be in a better place to support the people in your life that are not doing well. Because I know people in my life that are not doing well, and I know that I'm often guilty of coming across as seeming like I have my shit together, and that, you know, things are great and my life is easy. And in a lot of ways, my life is really, really easy. Things are nice. I live in a safe place. I live in a safe country for the most part, you know, but that's my experience through the lens of like who I am and where I live. And I do struggle a lot with that. I do struggle with the idea that there are people in the world that are suffering in a way that I will never suffer. And I don't necessarily feel guilty about the fact that my life is really, really good, but I do understand that it is really, really good. And I want to be able to use that, and to use sort of the ease that I have and the resources that I have and the outlets I've created for myself, like my blog, like this channel, to start talking about more important things. And this may seem kind of rambling. I'm kind of putting this together as I go. I tend not to script my videos because I'm not really great in like that kind of structured way. This is supposed to be for fun. This is really just like a diary that I'm sharing with the whole world, because that's not terrifying. But I love doing this, and I really want to be able to use what I have to make a difference. And so you're gonna see a difference in the kind of content that I'm making. You're gonna see a difference in the kind of blog posts that I'm writing. I mean, obviously, like, there's still gonna be humor, there's gonna be reels, because if you can't laugh at yourself, then you're really not, you're really missing the point. You gotta be able to laugh at yourself. So this is just my very long-winded way of saying that the world is crazy, and I understand that. And I'm going to do my best to make a difference. And I understand that I'm not going to be able to impact global events. I'm not going to be out there changing the world. But if I can just be a better support system for the people around me, then I think that I will have achieved something. And I hope that you enjoy my videos. I hope that you learn something from my blog posts. Even if it's just that you don't like my blog, that's fine too. But I'm excited for where this is going. I'm excited to talk about more interesting things. I've always been a little bit afraid to do that because no one needs another 30-year-old white woman on the internet expressing their feelings. But I do have them. I do have opinions, and I do think that in my own way, I have something valuable to say. And I hope that you find that too. Anyways, that's really all I have for you for this video. I know it's not my usual style of like vlogging, but we are probably going to get a lot more. There's an ant on my table. Okay, sidetracked. Yeah, you're probably going to get a lot more of these dialogue style videos, so I hope you stick around for those. Subscribe if you want to see more. Leave a comment below if there's anything in particular you'd like to listen to me rant about alone in my house. But as always, I'm really grateful for you that are here watching these, and I will catch you in the next one.